Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Kitty Loves LV here. My sincere apologies for having such a long absence recently. Basically, in a nutshell, there was some tension between me and my immediate line manager in my job, and I had a bit of a breakdown in work, just uh, not being treated very well. I'm trying to choose my words very carefully here. And just a few months of just that building up and just not being able to take it anymore. And I went on stress leave in the middle of July. And I am happy to say that I now have a new job that I am going to start. Oh, pardon me. Sorry, guys. It always happens when I start. I either sneeze or need to cough or something like that. I have a new job and I start on the 18th of September. So I am really, really excited. It was time to go anyway, I think. I've been there 7 years, the 7-year itch. It was a stressful job, could never leave on time. The only people that I'll miss are the colleagues that I'm going to leave behind because we had such a great relationship. And hopefully we'll get a wee meet up before I start this new job. So yes, it's been a very stressful couple of months. And just as you know, when things in life are taking over, things like this, like you're talking about how bags just goes to the back burner. So my apologies, but I am back. I'm feeling so good today. I saw my best friend and her little daughter today, eight months old, and we had a lovely lunch. Then I spent 3 hours in the afternoon working on my garden. It is just looking so good at the moment. It was just awful for so long and I just didn't have the passion or the interest to look after it, and I got some guys in to just cut a lot of the hedges back, the ones I couldn't reach. Everything else that I could do myself, I always do myself, but I just couldn't. Even on the top of a ladder, I couldn't reach this hedge, so they did that for me, and they did the front hedge, which I also struggle with because of the height. But all the weeding, the flower bed, clearing the flower bed today took 3 hours, so it is finally looking good, which is ridiculous because it's coming to the end of summer. So, but sure, I have been off for a few weeks, or should I say maybe more than that, and I'm not starting this new job because technically I still have to give notice, so I have to kind of work my notice. So, but I'm just, yeah, looking forward to pastures new. But enough rambling, and let me show you. I was going to do this live, but I just thought, nah, I'm a bit scared of live ones in case they go horribly, horribly wrong. Guys, apologies, I'm going to pause this again because my nose is running because I sneezed. I'm so sorry, this is not going well, but I don't want to start all over again, so just 2 seconds of pausing the video. Sorry guys, think we're ready to go now. A bit hot, so that's why I took my jacket off. So I have an unboxing for you. So let's get into this bad boy. This bag, I wasn't too sure if I wanted, but it is kind of a very contentious collaboration that's going on right now. And I just thought, if things go tits up with a potential lawsuit with this may be worth a lot of money. So I just thought I would go for this, and I will explain it as we go. But this took quite a while to arrive. Usually Guess purchases I get within 7 to 9 days. This one took nearly 3 weeks, and they said that there was a logistics issue with UK customs, probably because of Brexit, and it arrived today, but I thought it was never going to come because I've never waited this long for a purchase. So I hope it's worth waiting for. And I know that Guess usually have a nice little tab to pull, but I can't see it at the moment unless I am mistaking that completely with another brand. Help! Okay, I'm just going to definitely check. Unless I open it from the bottom. Ooh, let's be wayward and open it from the bottom, shall we? Because it looks a bit more simpler. Yeah, this is simpler. Okay, never have opened it from the bottom before, but here we go. So the first side of it, upside down. And here we go, guys. This is the Vicky tote, I think it is. Or is it the Bray tote? Maybe it doesn't. Maybe it's not called the Vicky tote. I thought all the totes were called Vicky. But this is the Banksy edition. So basically, if you haven't seen it, the artist, or the street artist Banksy, has put up a message, I think maybe about, was it the end? No, it wasn't the end of last year. That was way too early. I can't remember. Maybe it was a few months ago, saying that Guess have used his art without his permission. Guess have counteracted and said that they have linked in with a brand called, is it Vandalized or Brandalised? I'll open it here and I'll check it. And that they have permission through them. So let's just open this. Oh, it's so pretty. I've never had a red bag before. I'm actually wearing red. This is a Roy's Rules t-shirt. This is in homage to Coronation Street. This is from the Joni website. I always usually wait for sales. I think I got this with a discount code for my birthday because they are quite pricey. But I think this is one of the lesser expensive items, and it's £25. And the Roy's Rules is actually velvet, so it's lovely. So this actually goes quite well. But I've never had a red bag before, and again, I just thought, if this, I think this lawsuit or whatever is ongoing, and just in case this is recalled or they can't do this anymore, this might be worth a bit of money. Someone actually on eBay, no joke guys, has put this bag up for £2,500, and it's still available, as far as I can see, on the Guess website for 140. So I don't know, that person might be foreshadowing, I'm not too sure. But yes, okay, so it's Brandalised. So it's Guess in collaboration with Brandalised. I've, out of interest, looked up Brandalised because I wanted to see what all this debacle was about. And yeah, they seem to have images of art, not just Banksy's, that they have ownership of, or they have the right to use the images. So we'll see what happens with it. But Banksy put up on Twitter, I think it was, that Guess had used his art without permission, and that he was encouraging customers to go to Guess stores in the UK and shoplift his items. Which I don't think is a very good message, of course, but it made headlines. So I thought that was one way to show your annoyance, but good publicity for this campaign. So, but let's have a look here. We do have, I have noticed this. I do have another Guess bag, which I'll show you in another video, and they're Guess bag, but they're dust bags now. Instead of the red, the font is in black, which is quite nice. Bit of a change up. And Guess, as always, loads of paper packaging. Louis Vuitton, take note. Their packaging is always so good. And there's not a lot of hardware on this, but the hardware that they do have is covered in plastic. I always appreciate that. The handles are always covered. Guess are just 10 out of 10 for packaging. Always, always. So, but it is nice to have a purchase that comes, even though £140 is a lot, and I didn't have any discount codes or anything. I just got this just off the bat, and yeah, it's not a lot of money, especially in the light of like Louis Vuitton would not see this as a lot of money. But I love that Guess always care about the packaging, and I've never had anything that has arrived with hardly any packaging or any kind of protective. Like even there's, I just pulled it off there. There's a little bit of plastic protecting the little pochette, the little metal Guess here. So they call it a convertible pouch. I would call this not a mini pochette. Why can I never remember the name of the pouch that comes with Neverfulls? It'll come to me when I'm not thinking about it. I think I looked this up the other day because I kept calling it pochette, but it's not called... unless I called it a pochette accessoire and it's just called a pochette. Oh, I don't know. But that's, I'm obviously focusing on the wrong thing. Silica gels. And let's get this off. Oh, right. This is tied to the inside strap and I need scissors to pull this off. So I'll just pull back because I don't have scissors here, but it's a lovely red. This of course is PU leather or polyurethane. And I would have loved the image of the girl and the balloons on this, but I knew from the photographs that you don't get that. Look, they even put packaging like in there. Just, oh my god, Guess are just so good. But I have one of these as well that came with one of my Vicky totes, and you can take this off, clip it onto here and use it as a mini bag, which I did on a couple of nights out. They are brilliant and they're so much bigger than the I'm going to call it pochette, guys, for the rest of this video because I can't sit here and think of what it's called. So I'm going to call it pochette. It's probably wrong, but I'm just going to call it a pochette. So yes, much bigger than the pochette you would get with the LV Neverfull. I understand that, but it's nice to have. Probably, I don't think, because it's a bit too big, I wouldn't use it, but the inside is just, which is rare for Guess bags, there are no pockets at all. I think I have a Vicky tote that is like this as well, and I put like a little I have several organizers, bag organizers, and either use that or a couple of catch-alls that I have, just random catch-alls, no design or anything like that, just things that I actually look at and think, oh, that would be practical for big bags, but I think that's just a little bit too big. But let's focus on what the image is. Let's get this out of the way. So we have the girl and the balloons, which I think is just lovely. And then the bottom, woohoo, this beautiful pop of red. I just think it's so nice to have a red bag in my collection of all the colours I own. And I told you that I learned the hard way that I'm not a pink girl, but red I just never thought of. And just, I love this image. I've seen this image in, well, not in real life, but I've seen, you know, the actual original pictures, and I just think it's such a lovely image and it can symbolize so much to different people, and I think it's just a lovely bag. And I'm so sorry that, because I mean you know, of course it's generating headlines, but I just think that it should be a sell or a collaboration that, you know, should go down well because they've done such an amazing job. There are other designs, and I think that they've just picked really nice colors. The one that I have is amazing. The other one I have is amazing. I got this because I thought with this controversy that this might be a little bit of an investment piece, but the other piece I got was literally because I just loved the colors. But I just, obviously I'm going to rock this. I'm going to use this, but it'll be interesting to use a red bag. I'm not used to that, but I can't believe I did not, what's the word? I did not plan to wear this t-shirt today, and my hair is recently dyed red, so maybe it's a sign that I should start using red bags more. And I actually have red trainers to go with any kind of red top that I never really use going on to the red now. So this is just amazing. I think it's lovely. I think it's nice and simple. There's no, it would be great to have an inside pocket or two, but I know this about the Vicky totes anyway. I have a couple in my collection, so I know that from Guess, so I know that they don't have that. But that's what the pouch is there for, but I will use smaller catch-alls for this. And I might actually use, because it still hasn't been used yet, it's sitting there with the box open to let it breathe, because I've heard you need to do that with Louis Vuitton. Perfect excuse to use my what's it called again? The Vivian holiday collection. The Paris. Can't remember. Not Charles. No, I can't. Forgotten. The pencil case. The pencil case that I have. It's just too far away to reach. Oh my god, I can't remember. Not the store that I went to at Arc de Triomphe, the other one. And that's going to really annoy me because I'm going to remember it when I wrap this up. But um, that will be a perfect excuse to use in this. So there is the front, the back, and I love this pop over it. I think that's so different because usually it's all just the monogram with Guess, so that is lovely. And you've got the Guess there in the gold. Not a big fan of gold, as you guys know. I'm more of a silver hardware girl, but it's so small that it really is not a big deal at all. So you have what would have been, I think, the icing on the cake would have been that same image on this, because then I would have made it really like an Everfull, because if you know, if they have limited editions, that they always have the same image on the inside. So yeah, that would have been nice, a nice touch. But it's like the Neverfull, you can cinch it in at the sides. However, the way that you do it, you have to use these poppers, which then kind of block your entrance. So I've never really understood that, but, and I would never use it cinched in anyway. Ever, ever, ever. I don't like it like that. So there we go, guys. I think it's lovely. Because I love the brown monogram anyway. I love the original Guess monogram. I'm not a big fan of their new monogram, which is actually on the other bag, which I'll reveal in another video. But I like this original monogram so much better than the new stuff. The new monogram kind of makes it look like a fake Louis Vuitton. Even though I know that this is I know this is the monogram that kind of does kind of resemble the Louis Vuitton monogram, but the other one really does look like it's trying to copy it. So there you go, guys. Absolutely gorgeous. So as I said, I will do all my facts after I'm checking this video and editing it if it needs to be edited. As I've already paused for my sneezes. That the bag is still available. No need to go to eBay and buy it for 2,500. I don't know what that person's thinking. As far as I'm aware, there's been no lawsuit. I don't think there's been a lawsuit actioned. I don't think there's not a lawsuit ongoing. I don't even think there's one that has, I don't think there's one that's even started yet. I just think it's a conflict of words right now between Guess, I was going to call it, are they Brandalised? I keep to say victimized, Brandalised, and Banksy. So I'll actually Google that tonight and see what happened with that, because I did read initially that he was telling people to go and shoplift. They had to change their storefront in London, a big store in London. And yeah, I'm going to look it up tonight, and maybe while I'm editing this I'll put some update on it. So but yes, thank you guys. I don't want to waffle on too long. I know I always do in these videos, but there you go. There is my latest purchase, and I'll be back with my second one that I have that I just have in the other room, and I didn't want to make it a too big deal, because we'd be here all night, because you know I talk. So guys, so nice to be back. Really excited about this new job. Time to move on. Annoying that it's ending the way that it is, on a bit of a sour note, but yeah, I wasn't being treated very well, and I don't appreciate that. And you know, you can only take so much before you break. So maybe this person will think again, but it's not my problem anymore. So 7 years, bye bye, and on to the next challenge. And I'm just really excited. It's a younger demographic. I'm working for, it's a lot more interesting, an organization, and yeah, so fingers crossed that there's better things coming, better things to come. So thank you so much for watching, guys. I really appreciate it. I hope you're all doing well. Take care of yourselves. It's coming up, what are we on now, Wednesday? We're not quite at the weekend yet, but when it does come, enjoy it and have fun. You deserve it. Okay, guys, love you so much. Thanks for checking in, and I'll see you on the next one. Mwah. Bye, guys.